lunch, I'm headed to Go Bao Wang in District 1 of Saigon. It's headed by Chef Nickie Tran, who's famous for her modern Vietnamese cuisine. Hi, Nickie.
Hello, Selena.
Ciao,
How are you?
I'm fine. Is lunch ready yet?
Yes, ready. Do you bring money?
I'm hungry. I brought my hunger.
Okay, be ready in 5 minutes.
Awesome. The food looks so fresh. What is this
That's
guy?
the salmon. It's like sashimi, but I twist it a little bit. The wasabi, is it too strong?
I love wasabi. I love the feeling when it burns through my nose.
Me too, I love wasabi.
How did you become a chef?
Well, there was an accident. I became a chef by accident. The grand opening day, the chef that I hired never showed up. So I just jumped into the kitchen and grabbed a waiter to come help, and we had 10 items on the menu, and that was it. I never knew that it could be the best accident in my life.
Why I wanted to talk to you, because you're someone who's always been very open about your sexuality. You're very active online. What are some struggles with being open about your sexuality?
The struggle is mostly with myself, you know, and being discriminated against by other people. I've met a lot of young kids that they don't know what to do. They feel like they betray their parents, you know, by being gay, or they just feel like it's wrong to be gay when they're at work and they have to make money to live, and they're scared, they're afraid that people talk about them or they don't get promotions, and being gay isn't a disadvantage, and not everyone has the chance to open a business like me. I want to be a role model, not being proud, gay and proud. I didn't choose to be gay, I am gay. But
you don't let it define you.
No, I don't want it.
Stands out enough. I don't think it needs to define you. This is your famous five-colored salad.
Yes.
Why is it called the five-colored salad?
Because it has 5 colors.
Okay, so we got yellow.
Yes.
We have
and
orange.
Yes.
This
White.
is white.
Yeah.
Green.
Green.
And brown.
Yeah, and brown. Yes. I don't like cooking with sugar.
In the nuoc mam sauce, I know usually it's sugar, lemon, and nuoc mam. Instead, you use honey.
I use honey, or I use palm sugar. This is all Vietnamese ingredients. Passion fruit, mint,
Kumquat. This is
pineapple, eggplant, white eggplant with lemongrass.
Those are all my favorite flavors.
Each bite could be a different salad already. If you eat the eggplant with beef, it tastes different. Lemongrass with beef, it tastes different.
The kumquat.
It's so delicious when you hold me and call me your number one. So tasty when you say you love me. Tasty, eat your words up, baby.
I wake up every day just being thankful that I became a chef. It helped me find myself. It helped me find the abilities that I never knew I had. After coming out and facing a lot of people saying mean things 20 years ago or years ago, that time was different. However, I learned that if I love myself so much and I feel like all the things, the mean things that people say to you, and you choose to ignore them or you choose to feel sorry for them, everything is okay after you learn how to deal with it, and being thick-skinned too.
Do you see that in Vietnam, being gay is becoming more accepted from, like you said, 20 years ago?
I would talk about what I know. You know, in Saigon is the best place for gay people to be.
Why do you say that?
Because people are more open. And also maybe with all the food they're putting in a plastic container that makes them the hormone change. So many gay people, you know. So every family has some gay people and their families, so they cannot, you know. So it's more acceptable now.
Another day, another banh mi. Perhaps the most significant byproduct of French colonialism is the beautiful culinary love child known as banh mi. For dinner, I'm taking you to Banh Mi Huỳnh Hoa, a queer-owned establishment that has perfected this cross-cultural delicacy. Judging by the crowds, you'd think this place is a front for a Supreme drop. Finally! The locals call this place Banh Mi Moi, which translates to lesbian bread, because it's owned by lesbians, and that's kind of scandalous by Vietnamese standards. One loaf is 36,000 dong. Normally, a banh mi is 10,000 dong. And the reason why it's more than 3 times the price of a regular banh mi is it's stuffed with goodness. There's pate, which is like pork liver, Vietnamese mayonnaise, cucumbers, chili, pickled vegetables, cilantro, and green onion. Weird gelatinous meats. Like, this is not regular ham. The baguette is so crispy. You can find banh mi anywhere in Saigon. But the reason why I like this place is because it's so buttery and thick and porky from all of the different meats in there. And it's perfectly cut with the cucumber and the fresh cilantro and the tart vegetables. I just think it's the best banh mi in Saigon. And it's gonna give me a ton of energy for tonight for the drag queen show. Now that I'm stuffed with carbohydrates and saturated fat, it's time to party. Tonight, I'm headed to Full Disclosure. Queen Sen, who moved to Saigon from Texas, has agreed to share with me her insights on this flourishing subculture. She's been practicing drag for a year and a half, and we met up right before the show to talk about the most glam subject of all, respect and acceptance. Can you tell me about the history of drag in Saigon?
As far as I know about the gay culture and the drag culture in Saigon, it started a very, very long time ago, which is this group of transgender or gay people. They were traveling around like a circus, like a tour. Nowadays, the drag scene in Saigon is more like a bar scene. So most of the queen actually perform at bar and perform at events, wedding, funerals.
So as a gay person who practices drag in Saigon, it's still quite a conservative culture, not a lot of people know about it. Do you have any struggles with being visible in this community, with being accepted?
For me as a gay person, I feel it's very hard for me to fit in with society already. But in terms of acceptance inside my own community, I feel very, very accepted. They just take me in as the weirdo that I am and not asking much questions. And I'm very, very grateful for it. And most of the time people would be like, I don't really get what you're doing, but I respect you for it. And I think that's a very, very important mindset that you should have when it comes to drag. Because drag is about being different, celebrating being different.
I'll just let Queen Ricardo take it from here.
For me, it's a creative outlet. It's my art. It's when you grow up as an LGBT child, I mean, it's not all children, of course, you always feel different, you always feel weird. So that kind of pushes you into weirder interests, maybe you feel a bit isolated, and you explore different things. And you have it all inside, but there's nowhere to put it. You don't know where to put it because it's not in mainstream society. It's just a place where everything that's inside that you want to explore, all that confusing stuff about gender and am I masculine enough, am I feminine enough, this is a place where you can come and do what the fuck you want.
Why do you think it's important to keep the drag scene alive in Saigon and to keep it growing and developing?
The old generations, my parents, my grandma, they know it's there, but they're not really completely supporting it. And it's my my duty and my job to to promote it, to make drag more open and more mainstream. So for the generations and my generation and many generations to come, people would get more, would understand what we do more.
We have dipped our drag queens in the blood of 1,000 twins. Category is red. There.
Spending all my time wishing you were mine, and now you're mine. It gets sweeter every day. Ay, every time I say thank you very much. I'm chewing on your words like bubble gum. We've both been waiting for so long. It's so delicious when you hold me and call me your number one. There's nothing